Jai Śrīman Nārāyaṇa, Jai Śrīman Nārāyaṇa, Jai Śrīman Nārāyaṇa. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Śrīmad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Shri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa. I welcome all of you here physically at the Śrī Nārāyaṇa in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted in the various groups around the world subsequently. Our topic, the spiritual revolution of the Bhagavad-Gita. We are on chapter 2, verse 7 and 8, I think, or 8. And as always, before I go into the verse, I give a background, either directly related or indirectly related. So this verse, this chapter is extremely important. It sets the stage for Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa in his avatar, the 8th avatar of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, to start the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is only spoken after Arjuna loses all reasons in his misplaced understanding of both the war and those that are involved in the war and the killing of human beings. So remember, right at its inception, one of the subjects is military warfare. At the inception of creation, the Vedas describe the formation of warfare even when there was no. So warfare is part of the functions of the material universe. Learning the art of warfare and teaching the art of warfare is also included as the guru-disciple relationship. Some of you here, I don't have to teach your warfare. Jessica, Nirali, Ashmika, don't have to teach you any warfare. You all came, you are born as military, specifically trained. In fact, what you all know, I have to learn from you. And many others, that if I am not forgetting your wife. And my daughter-in-law is pretending in the back there. I'm not forgetting Mali. Born soldiers into the warfare of marriage, the Kurukshetra of the in-laws and the outlaws and the cousins. You think the Creator, when creating, will miss out one atom from the universe? Not even one atom. And this is why I am so strict when it comes to scripture. Because many people are making a mockery of this absolute scripture. And they, You see the eyes, Guru? Isn't he making a mockery of Sanatana Dharma? Swami Prabhupada, hasn't he made a mockery of Sanatana Dharma for the past 60 years? Can you see the implosion that I predicted on Ram Navami? Is ISKCON in tatters today? They even went to steal the Rath Yatra. Have you all seen or heard news that the custodians of the Rath Yatra publicly denounced ISKCON making a mockery of a tradition that is thousands and thousands of years old? Why do you steal? Because you don't have your own system. The Vasudeva and ISKCON has nothing of its own. They are the most abominable institution in the world today. They have nothing of their own. They are like the Chinese old vehicles. Now China is making good vehicles, don't get disappointed. But those years, they took a door from Isuzu, they took a window from Toyota, they took an engine from Mazda, and they put it together. Those vehicles, you all know what happened. After 2 weeks, it was rusty and collapsed. That ISKCON lasted 60 years is a miracle. Yes? So they have nothing. They don't have a sampradaya. You must have a spiritual home. You must have a spiritual DNA. Without a spiritual DNA, you cannot claim to be anyone in spirituality. Your DNA, when we do a DNA test, we find ISKCON is so confused. They can't fit into any spiritual realm. Yes? So I made the call on Ram Navami and I said that there will be an implosion worldwide. And they started getting banned from few countries around the world. Do you know? ISKCON is now getting banned. All this was predicted by the Śrīman Nārāyaṇa when I took them on. Yes? Because for the truth, you don't need a million people to back you. You only need one personality. And who's that person? Śrīman Nārāyaṇa. So with the backing of Śrīman Nārāyaṇa, I took on an institution with over 800 temples around the world. And very soon there'll just be two. One on Malin's connections, that side, and Nirali on this side. Okay? You cannot steal anything of God. You cannot defame God and believe that you will be sustained. So we, again on this live, we reject the Bhagavad-Gītā as it is, and I'm going to show you today that I'm not rejecting it, Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa himself. Nothing, I don't have power to reject anything. I am an insignificant dust particle at the lotus feet of Lord Śrīman. My dedication to him is, you cannot estimate, and it is for this reason I am seated here on this Vyasasana and downloading transcendental knowledges, knowledges, I'm making the same mistake Ashmika makes, you know. I'm looking at her and I said knowledges. I picked up her consciousness. All right. So we said last week it was necessary if nobody is talking about it, somebody must. Yes? Yes. Exactly like Mkonazi. He was in a very, in a state where his hands were tied. But one day, Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa awoke in his soul and directed him to a position where he could speak the absolute truth. And when he spoke the truth, and I'm going to test you all, I learned at the Madlanga Commission, although I'm a guru, I'm going to give all of you water bottles and then I'll talk to you. And I'll know who's lying. I'll know those who do not drink the water, they are honest. Because also even Andrea Johnson, after watching, she's a 30-year-old law specialist. She saw everyone drinking water. What she's supposed to do? She's supposed to hold that. And then what she started doing, Jessica? Drinking water. After every minutes. Lie. All right, another disgrace, another huge disgrace. Andrea Johnson. Yeah, again, you can see the Kurukshetra playing out. Can you? Yeah. And what happens eventually? Can you see how relevant the Bhagavad Gita is? I can now interface the entire Bhagavad Gita from the whole 700 verses into the Madlanga Commission. Can I take the Bhagavad Gita and place it in the Madlanga Commission? Can I place it in the presidency? Can I place it in the appeal courts? Can I place it in the interdict that he just won? Can you see Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, the 101 sons of Duryodhana in the ANC government? And the blind president? Can you see the blind president? Rama Cyril Ramaphosa. And can you see his 101 sons? 100 sons and one daughter. Can you see it? Yeah. Can I take the whole Bhagavad Gita and place it squarely in what's happening in the South African political arena today? Yes. And this is why I've been saying that the Bhagavad Gita is absolute. No Mickey Mouse guru or Mickey Mouse spiritual masters must change the consciousness of the Bhagavad Gita. Because if you change the consciousness of the Bhagavad Gita, can you interface it into reality? You have to keep it preserved as the Supreme Lord kept it preserved. When he came here and when he spoke the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 4, what did he say? I'm speaking the same Bhagavad Gita I spoke to Nirvasan. Vasan, correct the Guru? Visvasan, which was millions of years ago. If God did not change his own Bhagavad Gita, who is Swami Prabhupada? And eyes, Guru. Did you read in any of the 700 verses, Lord Kṛṣṇa asking Arjuna to look into his eyes? You think I'll have time to tackle eyes, Gurus, with the speed I'm going with the Bhagavad Gita? Or you think I should tackle him one time kill two birds with one stone. What do you think, Nirali? Okay, Nirali said yes, then it's yes. And then every week I'm saying this, who are Hindus? Arjuna, up until the time he surrendered to the Supreme Lord, he represented the Hindus, yes? Up until the time, now, when Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa starts speaking, Ram is very happy. At least Arjuna represented a Hindu. All right? So he told me he's 60% Lord Narayan's devotee, 40% other gods. Well, at least he had the guts to say it. All right? At least he was honest. He was honest. Then I told him, God is a mathematician. You look at me 60%, I look at you 60%. Then when the other 40% fail, then Ram phones the Guru. Guru Ram, yeah. Then I say, which Ram? Valmiki Ram or Ashmika Ram? Then he say, no, Ashmika Ram. I got a small problem. Not small problem, 40% problem. This is what the Guru has to endure. This is my karma, and God sent Ram to make the Guru suffer it out. I'm paying for my karma through Ram. Okay? Ram? God is using you as an instrument to make the Guru pay. Any questions so far? Can you see false interpretation of the scripture, how it can affect the entire world? Can you see? Can you see what damage it can do to humanity? How many followers does ISKCON have? How many? Can anyone there become self-realized? Become God-realized? For 60 years, how much of energy was spent in the untruth? For 60 years. Jessica, how many times you went in the shrine with your hand up, you and Satish by Hare Krishna? Okay, lucky. Huh? Satish, if I put a dhoti and put you on the road, you are looking more bona fide than their highest guru. Sure, dhoti. All of you understand? One misplaced guru can damage the entire world, people from around the world, because this movement spread like fire across the world with false information. And after I started this series against ISKCON, if members of ISKCON continue to follow ISKCON, what you think will happen to them. It's not a threat, it's mathematics. It's mathematics. If you know your institution is fake and false, are you not, Jessica, in legal terms, what you call it, accessory after the fact? That man is gone. Every living so-called guru, they don't even know if they are gurus or not gurus. They don't know their spiritual identity. They're fighting on social media whether they are legitimate or not legitimate. They are fighting. If anyone continues to follow ISKCON after hearing my discourses, then they're going to accrue karma. There's no such thing as Krishna consciousness. There's no such thing as Krishna consciousness. Go look in the Veda from cover to cover. It does not exist. It does not exist. There's no such thing as 16 rounds. There's no such thing. All these people that have been, anyone guilty here? Talk. I'll forgive you. The word Hare in Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. They concocted their meaning. They said Hare means the spiritual potency of Radharani. Hare means Hari, and Hari is Narayan. Hare means Hari, and Hari is Narayan. So the mantra is perfect. It is from the Upanishad. There's nothing wrong with the mantra. It simply says, Hare Rama, or you can change it to Narayan Rama, Rama Rama, Narayan Rama. That is the truth. That is the authentic mantra, and it must start with Rama, not Krishna, because there is a spiritual hierarchy. Who came first, Rama or Krishna? Then who will be called first? And before Rama is called, who's the creator? So who must be called first? Narayan. So the mantra is Hare Hare. Hare means Hari, which is Narayan. Are you clear? Are you clear? Very clear. Yeah, this is the truth. This is the absolute truth. And our job here at the Śrī Nārāyaṇa Dham is to send this truth around the world. Is to send this truth around the world. By next year, Ram Navami, over 50% of ISKCON will be banned from around the world. Okay? I like to go and ban my local ISKCON. Go give them a letter in Chatsworth and Phoenix and say, please close down. Really, you think it's possible? All right? Because it's taking a lot of work, a lot of my energy. I'm doing posts, I'm talking in discourses. I don't have a backing. I don't have a huge backing. You see, Narendra Modi went at 11 o'clock in the night and he did a short Instagram. Within 24 hours, he had over 3 million hits. If I had that capacity, ISKCON would have been over. Yes? Yeah. It took them 60 years to entrench their tentacles into this world. It will take a time. But again, I felt today, in the middle of the night, when I got up, I said, it is my duty to tell those who is still following ISKCON, knowing that ISKCON is wrong, they are going to accrue karma. They are going to accrue karma. All right? But I'm sure by the time I finish explaining the Bhagavad Gita, I would have explained the way ISKCON. So as I said, I'm backed by Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa in all his forms, in all his avatars. I can pick Ajit Bhai. Guru is connected here. You know the story, Ajit Bhai. You met connected people before, and what you're supposed to say when you meet connected people. You're an Indian, what you're supposed to say. You're an Indian, Ajit Bhai, what you're supposed to say. Hey, you know Lord Narayan, how's it, man? Tune for me, tune for me. Don't forget me. Yeah, that's what I'm here. And that is why you all are here. My job is to tune Lord Narayan for all of you. Come, want me to tune anything? Make you 40 years younger? I can only imagine Ram 40 years younger. I got 2 Alsatians in the back. Let me start reading. Ram, you saw my Alsatians. So we are on chapter 2, verse 9. I would just want to recap quickly. Last week, Arjuna in verse 7 surrendered, and in verse 8 he took it back. You all remember? In verse, that's what we all do. That's what we all do. When we want something, we say, God, please, I need this. But as soon as you get it, what happens? It's as if you got it yourself. Yes or no? Then you lose the intensity of that desire. When you didn't have it, you used the Lord. When you got it, you use yourself. Yes or no? Is that not what we humans do? Yes, this is what you saw it from Arjuna. Verse 7, surrender. Verse 7, God, I leave everything to you. Next verse, next sentence, he gives God his opinion. When you leave everything to God, Jessica, don't put 2 sentences there. You know, when you say, I leave Satish to you, then just leave Satish to God. Don't say, okay, let me whack him one more time. Then you didn't leave him to God. Yeah. All right, Jessica? If you say, I leave Satish to God, just leave him there. Don't say, but. No but. Just leave him there fully. Then in verse 9, Sanjaya said, and he's explaining what's happening through live vision, but not through a TV. This is 5,000 years ago. He's watching through his life, this life through his eye. He got special vision. He got special vision. is watching this through his mind's eye. And he is explaining to Dhritarashtra, having spoken thus to Śrī Kṛṣṇa, Arjuna, the conqueror of sleep and scorcher of foes, said, I will not fight. Take 9 again and let's go to 7. Take 9 again. He said, I will not fight, and became silent. Let's go back to 7. Would my heart stricken by the fault of weak compassion? That means he knows his compassion is weak. He knows it. Would my mind perplexed about my duty? If he is saying that, does he know that his mind is perplexed? He is admitting, I request you to say for certain what is good for me. I am your disciple. Teach me who have taken refuge in you. This is very important. That is why I'm emphasizing. This is where mankind goes wrong. I am your disciple. What it means. Should he have said, I will not fight after verse 7? If I am your disciple, then the Lord must tell him whether he must fight or whether he must not fight. But what is he saying? Does all of you do this? When the Guru gives you advice, your job is to take it 100%. Yes? But what do? You take it selectively and you tell the Guru what you think is right. Guru tells you for a reason. And I'll give you an example. There's 2 people in my satsang, Vasan and Santosh. Santosh is not in this satsang, but Vasan and Santosh, whenever I give them advice, many times it is contrary to what they had planned. Many times they have to throw away what they have planned and done. But when I give them advice, they throw everything away, even what they were thinking and where they were traveling. If Vasan is on his way to Marisburg to install 100 aircons, job is done, invoice, everything signed. And if I tell Vasan, make a U-turn, leave that job, Vasan will never ever ask me why. This job is already here. I already installed 2 aircons. I spent 50,000 here. Why are you telling me to leave this? Vasan will never. You just make a U-turn and he'll come back. And if anybody asks him why you made a U-turn and came back, he'll say, my Guru said. And Santosh, he can have the best technicians on his machines. He got how many warehouses now, Vasan? Many. He's doing a lot of engineering work. He calls out technicians from China and India from who he buys the machines. But he'll also call me and I'll tell him, go behind there. That place is 1 millimeter off. He won't tell me the technician is here, the engineer is here. I got the plans out. He'll go and put it 1 millimeter off, and you come back and tell me this machine is now working fine. Do you understand? But look at Arjuna. Now Arjuna is representing humanity. He is representing humanity. When a guru tell you, okay, Abir, I won't leave you out. 2 years ago, Abir came to me, or 3 years ago, when Abir? 3 years ago, Abir came to me and said, hey, you know what? I hear you're a big guru and you can make things happen. Make it happen for me. I said, what do you want me to make happen? He said, hey, I'm doing 8 people's work. And that is not my job description. I said, shut your mouth and wait. I raised him from a kutir and he waited for 3 years. How long? And he phoned me Friday like a crybaby. Like a crybaby. He said, hey, Guru, things are happening. They recognize me, but I have a problem. I said, what's your problem, boy? He said, I have to work weekends. And I'm so used to satsang that I'm not feeling good that I'm going to be missing Sundays. That is a real disciple. That is a real disciple. What he wanted, we gave him, but we took away from him as well. So he got it from the ashram. He got it from the ashram. If I gave him when I asked him, or when he asked me 3 years ago, you think he would have given up smoking? You think he would have given up drinking? You think he would have given up meat? And you think he would have been given up being under the rule of his wife? And now he's standing, he can look at Ashmika in the eye. And you don't need the eye guru to do that. Now he can go. Now he is strong enough to get a promotion and stand. All of you understand? Otherwise, today, if I had looked in his stomach, I would have seen 2 pieces of chops. All of you understand? And I cannot hear. So, I give you a guarantee. What I give you? But you have to conform. This satsang is not cutting line, monkey ball, and clothes jumping on your lap. Rama missed out anything. Ram, if you get the need to cut, there's something called Jfar. Ram, I know Ram get this. Bobby, take him prayer shop and buy Jfar. Every time you get that urge, Ram, alcoholics, drug addicts, gamblers, they get that obsession. If you get that obsession, Arjuna will even say yeah outside. Ram, buy Jfar and yes. Alright? So you saw Abir's progress. And Abir wasn't happy with this satsang. He just followed. He was the last person because his son liked the Guru. Because his son was obsessed, spiritually obsessed with the Guru, the father dragged his feet into the satsang. That's how I saw the chicksters, Satsang was 10:30, 9:30. He didn't play with his chicken. He said, "What, that Guru and his vegetarian talks?" His father is laughing. All right. Then I rather go to Cyril. Cyril immediately, like his grandson, from day one, he said, "Guru, what can I do to take initiation?" I think 1 week later he came in my room. And I said, "No, you stick around." But he connected immediately. It is nice to have these talks so that we all understand each other. Beside me refuting false scriptures around the world, I have a live set of devotees, disciples, and aspirants in the ashram. And their life must progress for me to sit here, provided they follow. Provided they follow. So the Bhagavad Gita was invented, and I want you to hear or spoken very, very clearly. Man acts outwardly for everything, yes? Wife, husband, car, house, job, anything else I missed out? Everything is outside, and that is the problem in the universe. What's the problem? Divashka, what's the problem? You are a technology. And as a technology, you project your desires externally. You project your desires externally. The universe is not calibrated to receive your desires externally. Universe is not calibrated for you to achieve your desires externally. So the chip is missing. There is a chip that's in you that needs to be actuated, and that chip is called the Bhagavad. That chip is the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita calibrates the human technology, which is you. When the Bhagavad Gita calibrates you internally, that calibration now makes it possible for you to receive externally. As you are born, like Charlene. Sorry, I always make that mistake.
Okay, we name the next one Charlie.
No, 3 girls is enough. Chanel, she went Margate yesterday. She's tired. She wasn't supposed to come to satsang. She's supposed to rest. But from that age until death, if the Bhagavad Gita is not realized in you, you cannot tangibly connect externally. You can only connect as per your karma. You can only connect externally as per your karma. You cannot change your circumstances on your own. But once the Bhagavad Gita is inserted in you, then you can make your external choices as per your desires. Are you understanding what the Guru is saying? And that is why you spend your entire life running after things that you can't connect to. There's your connector. There is your connector. This is your connector to the universe. You got the human technology, you got the universe as the super frame. All your desires are where? In the universe, but you have no communication. You have no communication to connect to that desire. Are you understanding? So the Bhagavad Gita is that manual that connects you to your external desires. So if you have a lot of material desires, and after the Bhagavad Gita is inserted in you, many of those desires dissolve. Like what you're going to see with Arjuna. Arjuna, he had a desire not to kill his family, yes? He had a desire not to kill his teachers. He had a desire not to fight the war. He said, I am not going to fight. All this is his desires, and all these issues are external. The Bhagavad Gita internalized him the same desires which he refused to partake in when the Bhagavad Gita was internalized. What he did? He fought. So he had to be internalized first to achieve righteous desires. Yes? Can you see the importance of the Bhagavad Gita? If it is given to you wrongly, will it have any effect? Like all that ISKCON devotees for the past 60 years, they are wealthy, so they'll say we are wealthy. They were always wealthy. You understand? They were always arrogant. They were arrogant? Yes, they were spiritually arrogant. They're always bumping. They're always showing off. And they are always higher than thou. Yes? That's a culture. Any ISKCON devotee you communicated with, they were untouchables. And God made it, yes, you must not touch them. Because they are contaminated. They are really contaminated. Please don't look down. They're doing that enough on their own. They're doing that enough on their own. I'm just giving you an example. If you put the wrong chip in a computer, what will happen? Every chip is specifically designed, and the Bhagavad Gita is the most perfect chip to be inserted into any human being, so that subsequent to the insertion, you can connect to the material universe properly and also the spiritual universe properly. You understand? When you are young, you will have a greater desire for the material universe, and as you get older, you'll have a greater desire for the spiritual universe. But the chip is there guaranteed to take you out eventually. Liberation don't mean soon as you know what's liberation, go and commit suicide and go to Vaikunth. No, you have to live your life. You have to be like Vasan. He's still on a honeymoon. What year you got married, Vasan?
2023.
5 years? No.
No.
Hey. 3 years. Person is still on a honeymoon after 3 years. Anything wrong in it? Just now we might be staying in Idi Amin's, former Idi Amin's mansion in Uganda. He'll be going to Uganda soon. Alright? He's still on a honeymoon. Anything wrong? He's working. He lives in the best hotels. He has the best food. He's driving a top car. I'm just giving you an example. But he's 100% spiritual. Is he not? He's following his guru 100%. Is he not? So it does not matter where you are placed materially once you become a bona fide disciple. Why must he travel in an old Corolla when he can travel in the latest Lexus? I'm just saying. When you'll see Abir's car change, don't put eyes. He took a lot of abuse. In fact, people who were telling him, hey, don't leave the ashram, they left, he's still here. People that were advising him, stick it, stick it. Stick it, he stuck it week after week. But it's not about cars, it's not about wealth, it's just about breathing fresh, clean air every day. It's about going to sleep in the evening, at night, without carrying your issues to bed. It's about having full faith in Lord Śrīman. Through your Guru. Through your Guru. You know you have brokers. All of y'all who are in short, you'll have brokers. You can't phone the head director, the founder of the company, and you phone him. Jessica, car accident. You phone your broker will do everything that the founder of the institution will do, just like that. The Guru is your broker. All of you understand? Guru Purnima is coming on Wednesday. Same 7 o'clock. I don't know who's cooking. I think Jessica. Right? You know, we had a world first interfaith Guru Purnima that haven't happened again. Yes? You were present there in the interfaith Guru Purnima. Yeah, we had quite a few interfaiths, but that interfaith was an interfaith Guru Purnima. If you go to my first discourse in 2014 for Guru Purnima, I wished all the religious leaders a happy Guru Purnima. So let's get back. Can you see how big the Bhagavad-Gītā is? Can you see how great the Bhagavad-Gītā is? And you can see how truthful the Bhagavad-Gītā is. Every verse in the Bhagavad-Gītā relates to one or another human being in its totality, does it not? Show me another scripture that can have the value as the Bhagavad-Gītā. Is there another scripture on earth that has the value of the Bhagavad-Gītā for the entire mankind? Is the Bhagavad-Gītā not the perfect scripture and manual for mankind? Because right here I'm proving it in this ashram. Those who follow the prescripts of the Bhagavad-Gītā in its format are prosperous. Am I showing it? Am I proving it? Is this not a laboratory for the Bhagavad-Gītā? So the Śrī Nārāyaṇa Dham is a laboratory for the Bhagavad-Gītā. I'm not only preaching, I'm not only preaching, I live the Bhagavad Gita. And I want you to live the Bhagavad Gita. Because the Bhagavad Gita is absolute. You can't change it, Nirali, like Arjuna is changing it. Arjuna is changing the Bhagavad Gita. Yes or no? He's attempting to change the Bhagavad Gita. Yes or no? All our humans, do we attempt to change the Bhagavad Gita? Yes, I'll take verse 1. Verse 2, 3, 4. That's not for me. It's for Avir. It's for Avir. I'll take verse 35, 40, 50. No, that verse 100, 101, 102, I'll leave it for satisfied. That, no, every verse is for you. Every verse is for you, and there is no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse. The Bhagavad Gita even teaches you how to eat. How to eat. So verse 10, O king, to him who was thus sorrowing between the two armies, Śrī Kṛṣṇa spoke the following words as if smiling. Verse 11, you grieve for those who should not be grieved for, yet you speak words of wisdom. The wise grieve neither for the dead nor for the living. How many of you do that? Is this not a common problem? You don't know what the hell is happening in the world, but you are tuning and tuning and tuning, debating and debating and debating, contradicting and contradicting and contradicting. And how Lord Sri Krishna says it? With a smile, as if he's ridiculing you. You act as if you know everything. Yes or no? And you refute the instruction by the Supreme Lord. And what the Lord told him directly, he embarrassed him. Now you know, Avir, past 3 years I was justified in embarrassing you internationally, because this is an international book. And Arjuna was embarrassed internationally for all times. Avir, you will only be embarrassed for as long as my discourses last. People look at that Avir. Who's that Avir? Yeah, Arjuna is embarrassed for all of time. All of time. Because Arjuna thinks he knows all. And he wants to surrender. And whilst he's in surrender, he's still telling God what he will do. We all are like that. Yes or no? Huh? When we're in a problem, we surrender. As soon as the problem is over, no, it happened because I did it. There's no I did it. There's either your karma that's doing whatever is being done for you, or if you're in an ashram like this, in the Śrī Sampradaya, then it is Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa who's doing. Do you understand? And then verse 12 kicks out. Verse 12 kicks out every philosophy that is known to mankind. Which verse? Verse 12. And who's kicking out the philosophy? Who? Lord Shri Krishna is kicking out ISKCON's philosophy and is kicking out the Advaita philosophy. And I'm going to explain to you when I read. This is your creator, my creator, and the creator of this universe. He kicks out all philosophy. Look what he says. There never was a time when I did not exist. What does that mean? There never was a time, which is Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa speaking, there never was a time when I did not exist. Comma, know you. Who is speaking to? Arjuna. Know any of these kings of men. Full stop. Nor will there be any time in future when all of us shall cease to be. And this is where philosophies start. And this is where I want to kill all the philosophies. I want to kill all the philosophies through God's words. Through God's words. What is the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu follows Bhaskara's philosophy, which states simultaneously one and different. Simultaneously one and different. And they describe it as the waves and the sea. The waves and the sea is one, yes or no? When the waves recede, it recedes into the sea and becomes one with the ocean, yes or no? That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy of Asintya Veda Abheda. And they said he is Lord Kṛṣṇa. What they said about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, go and Google, they said he is Lord Kṛṣṇa himself. But what this verse, so that is why I am saying there is two Lord Kṛṣṇas. One Lord Kṛṣṇa who originated from the Mahabharata, and one Lord Kṛṣṇa who originated from the Brahma Samhitas. The Lord Kṛṣṇa from the Mahabharata is refuting the Lord Kṛṣṇa from the Brahma Samhita because he is saying there never was a time when you and I did not exist. Wrap your mind around that. It means at all times there were individual souls, and at all times there was the Supreme Soul. Is that what it is saying? Then he is also saying, and this will be in the future also. So what Bhaskara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they say, you are the same with God and you are not the same with God. Is that true? Is it possible to be Malin and God at the same time, Malin? What will happen to Mapua Shavun if Malin becomes God? I'll have to bring him back to the ashram. Is that possible simultaneously, one and different? And whatever is not possible cannot be possible, yes or no? And the Advaitas and most of the major ashrams around the world, I don't want to name them yet, are Advaita. They say this material universe is an illusion is an illusion. I'm going to bring them, whoever said Advaitin, any part of the world, they wasn't get more busy. So I want to fly these people to me and give them one sounder. Type one. And if they make, then how can this world be an illusion? You understand? Because if this world is an illusion, satisfied, they must withstand my sounders, my kanpatis. Because the world is an illusion. Hmm? They say God is part of this illusion. Narayan, Krishna, Shiva is part of this illusion. And when the universe disappears, everyone becomes one. That is, imagine Jessica is God. And poor Satish. So what this verse does, right at the outset, it establishes the absolute truth. So Swami Prabhupada's entire scriptural authority is based on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who founded the Asintya Veda Abheda philosophy, which states, I'm going to spend until I end, I want this to sink in. That is why I went back to chapter 2. Because I'm saying, here is Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa himself refuting all philosophies. You cannot merge into God ever. Who is saying this? The Creator himself is saying that we never ever merged at any time in the past and will never merge at any time in future. We are distinctly different. Is he not saying it here? Is he not saying it in this chapter? You can't twist anything. This chapter is very, very simple. Individual souls are individual souls. The Supreme Lord is the Supreme Lord. There is no merging into the Supreme Lord and becoming one. Let's see if I can bring out the commentary now of Adi Shankaracharya, because he did a commentary on the Bhagavad-Gītā, and he stated that Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa is the Supreme Lord. And his philosophy is you merge into God. One author, a myriad of contradictions. And he got a following around most of the around reservoirs. I don't mention names yet. Are Advaita followers. They don't know, they don't tell their devotees, you know what? I am an Advaita Guru. I'm telling the world I'm a Śrī Vaishnavite Guru. I, Acharya Shyam Ramanuj, is a Śrī Vaishnavite Guru. I'm declaring to the world, Lord Śrīman Nārāyaṇa is the Supreme Lord. I'm declaring to the world, you're an individual soul, and the Supreme Lord is different from you. I'm declaring to the world, you are an attribute to the Supreme. Are you not?
Yes.
Are you not an attribute to the Supreme Lord? And I'm declaring to the world that material nature is also an attribute to the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord can exist without you and material nature. Neither you nor material nature can exist without being an attribute to the Supreme Lord. And that is called Vishesh Advaita. Who acknowledged Vishesh Advaita? Śrī Ramanuja or Lord Shri Krishna? Again, who acknowledged Vishesh Advaita? Lord Shri Krishna or Śrī Ramanuj? Who? Jessica, you're supposed to be a legal mind. Please don't be like Andrea Johnson. Who acknowledged Vishesh Advaita? Lord Ramanuj or Lord Shri Krishna? I'm waiting for you. The cheese bread is jumping in his stomach. From when you gave him cheese bread? Cereal. He's getting drained out. He's hungry. It was the Creator, not Ramanuj. It is falsely postulated that Lord Ramanuj created and founded the philosophy of Vishesh Advaita. Lord Ramanuj did not create any philosophy. He simply presented the Vedas as per Veda Vyas. Because if I'm saying no guru can postulate a philosophy, then how can I follow Lord Ramanuj if he postulated a philosophy? All of you understand? So all Lord Ramanuj did, he went to all the previous acharyas. In his works, he quotes all the previous acharyas. Lord Ramanuj became the compiler of the Vedas 1000 years ago when it was in disarray as it is today. And 1000 years later, I am presenting, as Lord Ramanuj presented, the original, authentic, undistilled, non-philosophical exposure of the Bhagavad Gita. That is what you say as it is. In the Ramanuj Bhagavad Gita, which I want the world to focus on, his explanation is supplemented by Shruti, which is a law in Sanatan Dharma. When you make a commentary, you must make it through Shruti alone. All of you understand? This verse kicks and closes down all the ashrams, all the gurus, besides the Śrī Sampradaya, around the world. Around the world. Because you can't base anything contrary to the Lord. Can you base anything contrary to the Lord, Satish? If God said 1 plus 1 is 2, and somebody says 1 plus 1 is 3, is that a demonic person or a divine person? Demonic. anyone who goes against the Lord is anyone who goes against the Lord is anyone who goes against the Lord is. Do you understand? No matter how big a guru you can be, no matter how many million followings you got, no matter how many temples you got, but if you contested the Lord, then you have to be a demon. And did we see people, are there enough history of demons?
Yes.
Did Hiranyakasipu contest the Lord? Was he deemed a demon? He knew the scriptures just like all these other gurus. Do you know? Hiranyakasipu knew all the Vedas. Ravana knew all the Vedas. All these people, they know the Vedas and they go against the Lord. Do you understand? All of you? Knowing the Vedas is nothing. Living within the parameters of the Vedas is what makes you an aspirant. Do you understand? Ravana knew the Vedas. Did God give him an accolade? God killed him, yes? If knowing the Vedas and going against the Vedas, God will annihilate you. God will annihilate you. And when God is not around, He gives the word to the Guru. So Guru can't annihilate you. Guru will annihilate your teachings. Guru will annihilate your teachings. And I said on a million occasions, I can sit with any Guru from any part of the world, Malin. Any Guru from any part of the world, even your Unit 5 Guru. And have a scriptural debate. Have a scriptural debate. So it is time that the world change. Is it not? Yeah, it's time. You think that the Śrī Nārāyaṇa Dham is situated in South Africa. South Africa is going to change by the potency of the Supreme Lord in this country. You think Africa will change? Person, you think Uganda will change? Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to stop here. So it's not the Guru. Asmita, any comments that the Guru should? Nobody? Always, if there's any comment, Satish, we have to deal with it in the same satsang. If anybody is saying whatever, it doesn't matter. Only when you're relating it to me, if there's vulgar language, use our alphabets. All right? We're not afraid of any comment. And we are encouraging people to, because the Vedas want you to question. The Veda is not a religion where they put a gun on your head and say, do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. The Vedas say, before you do all of that, question. Ram, any questions? Huh? How many times you doing the Om Namo Narayan mantra every morning? Who said you must do it 5 times? Doing extra won't give you that any more percentage. Rather do it once, but do it wholeheartedly. Do it once and do it wholeheartedly. All right. I want each of you to, who don't have beads, put your hands up. What she said first, right? I want everyone to have the. Yesterday, Sean told me, Dad, I missed an accident in a millisecond. Thank God I had my beats. There was a horse and trailer right in front of him. Something bad happened and he would have been crushed. All right? Please, those of you that got beads, bring your beads, bring it for blessing, but bless yourself. Do your mantra every morning, just one round. Remember God in the morning, remember God during the day, remember God at night. Then when you dine, you remember God at death. Can you believe that I'm teaching you how to die? Correct. But you have to be alive for me to teach you how to die. Do you understand? In reality, I'm teaching you how to die, Marlene. You said you don't want to die, or you know that? Yes, whenever you die, Marlene. You see, Marlene has a desire to live, but one day she'll come and tell me a few years later, Dad, I wish I was dead. Married to your son, I wish I was dead. Then I'll tell her, Marlene, I was teaching you to die.
Give an opportunity.
I gave you after meeting Sherwin, Marlene, you can go straight to Bekun. And I'm giving you the opportunity. Don't come and tell me later, Dad, hey, I wish I was dead. No questions? Nothing? Okay, so I'm going to see all of you on Wednesday. Be excited for the day. Because think if you extract all the bona fide gurus from the universe and tell me what would be the state of the universe without the existence of bona fide gurus. Jai Śrīman Nārāyaṇa.